The hospital corridors were quiet that night, with only the soft beeping of monitors breaking the silence. Sarah Chen moved through the intensive care unit with practiced ease, her small frame and gentle demeanor making her appear almost fragile. At 5'2", with wire-rimmed glasses and a soft voice, she was the nurse everyone underestimated. Patients found comfort in her warm smile and tender touch. Colleagues often asked her to handle the most anxious families because of her calming presence. But what nobody knew was that Sarah had spent 15 years training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and held a black belt in Krav Maga. She never spoke about it, never boasted, and certainly never imagined she would need those skills at work. That changed when Marcus Webb arrived. Marcus was a former heavyweight boxer, standing at 6'8" and weighing over 300 pounds. A traumatic brain injury from his last fight had left him with severe impulse control issues and episodes of violent confusion. Despite heavy sedation, he would sometimes wake in a panicked rage, not recognizing where he was or who was trying to help him. 3 male nurses had already been injured trying to restrain him during previous episodes. The hospital administration was considering transferring him to a psychiatric facility, but Sarah volunteered to take his case. Everyone thought she was crazy. On her 3rd night with Marcus, disaster struck. His medication wore off earlier than expected, and he woke up disoriented and terrified. Sarah was alone in the room checking his vitals. Marcus's eyes snapped open, filled with confusion and fear. He saw Sarah as a threat and lunged at her with shocking speed for someone his size. His massive hand wrapped around her throat, lifting her off the ground. The panic alarm sounded, but help was at least 90 seconds away. Sarah didn't panic. Years of training had prepared her for exactly this moment. Instead of fighting against his grip, she used her body weight to drop suddenly, breaking his hold using a technique designed specifically for choke defenses. As Marcus stumbled forward, she swept his leg, using his own momentum against him. The giant crashed to the floor, and before he could recover, Sarah had maneuvered behind him, applying a rear-naked choke with precise pressure on his carotid arteries. Within seconds, Marcus was unconscious, safely subdued without injury. She held the position until security arrived, then calmly requested additional sedation. When Marcus woke hours later, properly medicated, Sarah was there. She spoke to him softly, explaining what had happened. Tears rolled down his face as he apologized, terrified of what he had almost done. Sarah held his hand and told him it wasn't his fault. Over the following weeks, she worked with him patiently, helping him through his recovery. Marcus eventually regained enough control to return home, and he never forgot the tiny nurse who saved his life by refusing to give up on him. The story spread through the hospital, and Sarah became a legend, though she still insisted she was just doing her job. If you enjoyed this incredible story of courage and compassion, please like, share, and subscribe to Kindness Voice for more inspiring tales that remind us of the extraordinary strength found in unexpected places.